Bank of America Stadium.
Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Carolina Panthers.
First quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Here we go, here we go.
On play action, they'll throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
It looks like they'll move things around here.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
Throw over the middle, caught by the tight end, Gray.
It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16.
Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
Crack all 80. 70, Timber Wolf. Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready, ready?
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Gonna throw right side here, complete. That'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
The Panthers had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master Sir,
he's got it for a Panther touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon.
Now Cade York for the extra point.
And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. You look at this Carolina defense.
They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
You have to like the way that they played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking.
Out of the gun, Purdy connects with Kittle underneath.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Purdy.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Again, it's Purdy to throw it.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
Purdy now to throw.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Second and 10. Now Purdy.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. 36 yards.
And the Niners are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
The kick is good.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
A solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend. But we think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here.
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up. And the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
11. Panther 11.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game. And those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
This is brought in at the 21. It'll be a 39-yard punt. Give them a good 10 yards on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Cowboy 80. Drag him.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Complete to Jones. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards for number 11.
At the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Come on, come on. Hey. Panther 60. Panther 60. Ready.
Gibbs straight ahead. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
On the ready.
2nd and 11 at the 30-yard line.
Let's go now. 18. 19. Warriors. 18. Pioneer. Go.
They're going to look to throw. He completes it to Jones. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Ready.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. You got not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Okay.
2nd and 6.
Here we go. Scott. Deputy Lion.
Another run for Gibbs here. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
Viking 18.
Looking to throw. Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. 7-7, our score after one. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 to 27. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
A loss of 9 yards.
Purdy looking to throw. They'll hit Watkins on the crossing route.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Get set, get set. On 18, watch out.
Back to throw, Purdy. Now they go screen, it's complete. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
Yeah, on third down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force 4th down.
Here's Purdy. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
18, 5 in. Come on. Set. 19, 18, 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Ready, go.
Back to throw now on first down. And incomplete on a deep ball.
Boy, that ball's just hanging up there waiting to be intercepted. That looked doomed from the start, but they took the deep shot anyway, and fortunately, it winds up incomplete.
19, Lions. Buffalo 18. Let go.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
On the ready.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hawk 70.
Back to throw again. And that will be incomplete as well.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
York able to send this one through.
And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And able to get this out to the 25.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Throwing here, Purdy.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Nothing open downfield. He had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Purdy from the gun. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Call that a 36-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Let's go now.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Here's 2nd and 10.
Dragon 60. Ready? Pep 79 Broncos. Mustang 19. Go.
They'll set up a throw. This complete to Jones. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
18 Cardinals.
Now they'll change things up. And it is caught. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Cowboys 18, right in. Here we go, check. Broncos 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the 49ers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Throwing to start the drive. Purdy.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well. They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the 1st down.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Pass caught by Pearsall.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now he's going to step up and run. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Let's go now.
And with a 17-7 lead, maybe they're just looking to get into the locker room.
19 Lions.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Man open. Here's Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Give him 30 yards there. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. 60 Eagles. Buffalo 18.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. The left side completion to Jones. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Given back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down.
Ready, break. Panthers 6, trap 60, trap 60. Here we go, trap. Dragon 60. Ready.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
He'll look to throw. That one complete to again. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down.
18.
He'll drop to throw.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Panther 11, Panther 11. 76, Mustang 19. Let's go.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The lines move there. Look like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
This one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Buffalo 18. Trap 60, trap 60. 19 Lions.
They'll look to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
York able to send this one through, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. Two-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
He throws there, incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Taken down, back in his own 7. Nick Scorton picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
And I'm not sure if he got a little sloppy with the mechanics or just put too much juice on the snap. But either way, this one ends up out of the punter's reach. And now it's up to their defense to bail them out.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Here we go. Panther 60. Panther 60. Ready.
Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
Ready. Ready.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. Running free at the 45. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Jahmyr Gibbs with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game, so they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
Extra point by York is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. York clock ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Purdy now to throw.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Purdy now to throw off the play action.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. There have been no struggles here for this crew. I mean, they were up double digits at halftime, and they've just expanded that here in the second half.
And it appears there are no answers from the defensive side. I think right now, if I'm the coordinator, if I'm down on the field, if I'm wearing a hat, I've already thrown it. If it's a visor, it's sailed, right? My game plan is down by my feet right now because nothing I've drawn up appears to be working.
Well, he's going to have to find something right now to stop this offense.
Get it. Bronco 80. Ready.
Trying the left side with Gibbs.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Michael Williams
able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
18, pioneer. Hurt. Right there, hurt.
Back to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Here we go. Panther 11. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Let's go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, If nothing else, they were able to pick up one first down on this drive and get it away from their own goal line. But not much happening after that, and it leads to a punting situation.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. That's taken at around the 40. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At their own 49-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do this thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Watch out!
Here's Purdy. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Let's go now.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Cup 19. Cup 19.
They'll look to throw here. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. 10 more there, and another 1st down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
70 Timberwolf. Hurt. Hurt. Right there. Right there. Hurt.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And that's the get. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The good pickup there at 22. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
19. 70.
2nd and 9 now. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
7-5, 19 Lions. Go.
They'll look to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides to be thrilled with that.
They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. Their bottom line is how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Cowboy 80. Cut 19. Cut 19.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Here we go.
Looking to throw. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here's a diving catch right side. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
And the 49er.
Let's go now.
Back to throw again. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. He'll look to throw. Going deep here for Watkins. That's caught inside the 20. Yeah, he's going to get this deep on the Carolina side of the field. 39 yards there, a big one.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. That's over the middle and caught by Pearsall. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
It's a gain of 11. And it's 3rd down.
Hands it off out of the gun. And the Niners are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
So there the defense denies the rookie of his potential first career touchdown.
And his first NFL touchdown celebration. I wonder if he's thought about it, if he has something cooked up in his head as he worked out with his team, and think about the celebration back home.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. A great play there.
His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Niners get a bit closer.
Now the 49ers electing to lead the offense out there and go for 2.
Will line up for the
60 Eagles, 60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
Now they empty the backfield and motion the man left. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
Panthers 30, 49ers 13.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're in control here as they start first and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 119 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
The 47-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Got a man, that's Liggett.
25, touchdown, Carolina.
And Xavier Liggett,
46 yards.
and the Panthers look like they're going to get back to the win column as they extend their lead here this fourth quarter. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead is now 24.
49ers 13. Dave York to kick off.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This one caught by Kittle. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 right at the 40. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
He'll look to throw. That is caught. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, San Francisco.
Let's go now. Go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Watkins. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
Come on, come on. Set.
Take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A great effort there with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the 49ers are able to cut into that deficit. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. The extra point splits the uprights. And that'll cut this to a 17-point spread.
49ers
20. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Got it. Ready?
Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27.
Get it. Ready.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Panther 60. Panther.
Back to throw here. And he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown the 1 in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments, well, he made some in practice, and he continues to work on it during the game. I'm sure he's getting plenty of reminders about how to stay in the moment, stay focused on the task.
And he's got him in the driver's seat here in the 4th quarter. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
First down.
A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Here we go. Set. 70. Buffalo 18. 18. 5 here. Ready.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone. But the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
19 Lions.
They'll look to throw again. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And the Niners are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th.
First down, San Francisco.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
Now back to throw. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Panther 60. Panther Warriors 70.
He'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hip, but they'll say it's incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Delay of game there. They could not get the playoff in time.
Frustrating for the head coach. Frustrating for the offense. Sometimes you have to get the play call in a little bit quicker.
Here comes the 49ers punter now.
standing right on his own 5-yard line. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Well, an unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play and move on.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
19 Lions, 70 Lions, 79, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Let's go.
They're going to look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got him complete.
It's a gain of 31 yards. And the Panthers.
Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for the Panthers, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.